The village of Hollow Creek. Hollow Creek was a small village. It was nestled beside a dark and looming forest. The villagers of Hollow Creek knew the forest held secrets. They whispered of a legend. It was about a tree deep within the woods. They called it the Whispering Tree. The elders spoke of the tree with fear in their eyes. They said the tree whispered to those who dared to come close. Some said the whispers were the voices of lost souls. Others claimed the tree itself was alive. It lured people into the forest, never to be seen again. No one dared to go near the Whispering Tree, not anymore. It was a place of dread, a place parents warned their children to avoid. Yet the legend lived on. It sent shivers down the spines of anyone brave enough to hear it. A Halloween dare. Halloween night had fallen upon Hollow Creek. The air was crisp and cool. A full moon hung high in the sky, casting eerie shadows through the trees. Three friends, Mia, Leo and Sam, huddled together. They were sharing spooky stories. "Have you ever been to the Whispering Tree?" Sam asked, his voice a hushed whisper. Mia shivered. "Don't even joke about that." Leo, always the daredevil, grinned. "I dare you to go, Sam." Sam's eyes widened. "You wouldn't?" Leo's grin widened. "Double dare you both. Let's go to the Whispering Tree." A nervous flutter filled Mia's stomach, but she couldn't let Leo think she was scared. "Not tonight." "Fine," she said, her voice trembling slightly. "Let's do it." The path to the Whispering Tree. The forest was alive with sounds. Every rustle of leaves sounded like footsteps. Each snapping twig made them jump. The deeper they went, the darker it got. The moonlight struggled to penetrate the thick canopy overhead. "Are you sure this is the right way?" Mia whispered, her voice tight with fear. "I think I hear something." Leo, trying to sound brave, replied, "It's just the wind, Mia, don't be scared." But even he sounded unsure now. Sam pointed ahead. "Look!" he exclaimed. His voice was barely audible. There, in a clearing bathed in moonlight, stood a solitary tree. It was gnarled and twisted, its branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. It was the Whispering Tree. As they drew closer, they noticed strange shapes carved into the tree's bark. They were faces, contorted in expressions of agony and despair. Some had eyes that seemed to follow them. Others had mouths frozen in silent screams. The faces. Mia breathed, her hand flying to her mouth in horror. They weren't there before. The air grew colder as they approached the tree. The wind picked up, swirling around them. It carried a low, mournful sound. "Do you hear that?" Sam asked, his eyes wide with fear. It was a whispering sound, soft and indistinct, but it seemed to be coming from the tree itself. The Whispering Tree was real. Suddenly the whispering grew louder. It coalesced into a voice. It was deep and raspy, echoing around them. "Who dares disturb me?" The children froze. They were paralyzed with fear. The tree's voice seemed to penetrate their very souls. Mia wanted to scream, but no sound came out. Leo, his bravado gone, stood rooted to the spot. Sam, his face pale as moonlight, was the first to break the silence. "We didn't mean any harm," he stammered. "We were just leaving." But it was too late. From behind the tree, shadowy figures began to emerge. They were tall and skeletal, their eyes glowing with an eerie light. The children were trapped. Mia found her voice. "Run!" she screamed. They turned and fled. The shadowy figures gave chase, their hollow laughter echoing through the trees. The children didn't dare look back. They ran until they burst out of the forest's edge. They collapsed on the familiar moonlit road, gasping for breath. They never spoke of that night again, but sometimes, on windy nights, when the wind whistled through the village, they could have sworn they heard whispers, soft, mournful whispers that seemed to call their names, the whispers of the whispering tree.